Trump's cabinet is worth like $60 billion. That's not even including Elon.
We are the party that got Medicaid. We are the party that funded public schools. We are the party.
In the words of that prophet who just spoke at the Super Bowl, they not like us.
Let's hop into a few clips of more progressives going around and spreading the word of the issues, not just with Donald Trump, but with the moderates in their own party, and how we can truly go about fighting this corrupt administration. So take a moment, leave us a like. It helps the channel out a lot. It helps us grow. We really appreciate it. And let's get into the chaos.
We are the party that got the 40-hour work week. We are the party that got overtime pay. We are the party that got Social Security. We are the party that got Medicare. We are the party that got Medicaid. We are the party that funded public schools. We are the party that fought and got civil rights and voting rights. We are the party that got the Immigration Reform Act of '65 so my parents could come here. We are the party of FDR and John F. Kennedy and Barack Obama. And if the party is letting us down, it's time to rebuild the party and understand what this party has achieved for America.
And this is in deep red Bakersfield to a packed crowd, mind you, where he's showing how effective Democratic messaging is and can be when it focuses on the worker, on the family, on the middle class, and the accomplishments that we have achieved legislatively for them in comparison to what the Republicans have taken and what will be achieved if we continue to work and they allow us. Democratic policies, unions are to thank for the 40-hour work week, workplace safety standards. Democrats are the only party trying to increase the minimum wage, pushing for universal health care. These aren't radical communist ideals. These are common sense American principles.
Trump's cabinet is worth like $60 billion. That's not even including Elon. They are literally the elites they pretend to hate. The president is not at his palace in Florida thinking about whether you can afford daycare for your daughter, or how to stop insurance companies from denying your claim, or anything that matters to our daily lives. When is the last time you even heard Donald Trump talk about health care or child care? He's talking about invading Greenland.
Spot on. It's always been hilarious to me how MAGA tries to weaponize leftist rhetoric against the Democrats without even really understanding it, as if they could be anti-elite supporting the billionaire president with his billionaire advisor and his cabinet of 13 billionaires. But of course, they're instead led to believe that elites are like university professors or people who support immigration, which is why they're now stooped, right? When Trump is taking their Medicaid, closing Social Security offices, mass laying off Veterans Affairs workers, all to better fund his rich guy tax cuts, because they believed the lie that he was really for them, despite him never talking about the issues that really matter. I mean, who sits at the dinner table thinking of the economic struggles in their life and go, well, at least those trans women can't play badminton anymore?
They are busy attacking ordinary people. They don't understand what it's like to have to fight to cover the cost of child care. They don't understand what it's like to have to ration your prescription drugs, or what it's like to try to figure out how to afford groceries, even the price of a dozen eggs. In the words of that prophet who just spoke at the Super Bowl, they not like us.
This is the messaging I hope the party brings back to the national level and sticks to. I hope that this loss to Trump wakes up. There is the wake-up call that, hey, just being the lesser of two evils isn't always going to be good enough and will inevitably lead to Donald Trump's getting power. Instead, we need to focus on being the party of the people, because we're the only party that has represented that has members who currently represent it and who can represent it going forward. We can't let it be taken over by corporate-minded moderates, because we're never gonna, from the left, outright the right. Trump wants to slash Medicaid because, unlike 42% of births in America, he doesn't rely on it to fund any pregnancies he's had or may have. I mean, I'm sure he's not going to have any in the future, but his grandparents' end-of-life care or his end-of-life care won't rely on Medicaid like 90% of seniors do. He was too scared to serve in the Army, so VA isn't something he has access to. He doesn't understand its necessity to veterans, and he's too wealthy to need Social Security, so he's just mad that he has to pay into it. Why would he want to save any of these things? It should come as a shock to nobody that the elitist president with the elitist cabinet, the elitist advisor, advisor. And the party of elites wants to do things that hurts the middle class every single day and hoping to appease them with cultural victories instead that literally affect nobody. And Democrats should highlight this, but don't stake your claim on, well, they're worse than us. No, be the party of the people that we so desperately need, and we'll get back to the wins and the momentum that we saw during the FDR era.